Go.
Sorry po.
Mateo, ano pang aabangan kay Mateo na hindi namin napanood sa Prime?
For the most part po, yung backstory, one of yung reason kung bakit ba talaga sobrang loyal niya kay Alex. That was something that wasn't really answered during the Prime edit. And hopefully, as you can see, pinag-usapan na si Mateo and yung relationship niya with Alex dun sa deleted scene. So hopefully, whatever questions regarding his backstory, masagot ko.
Dahil hindi nga yung na-tackle or naipakita sa Prime, syempre nakakatanggap ka ng mga comment na bakit ganun siya, bakit sobrang loyal niya, to the point na, syempre marami nagagalit sa'yo. Anong naging reaction mo doon? Meron ka bang parang sana pinakita? Bakit ganun?
Pagdating naman po kasi sa edit, parang tiwala na lang po talaga sa director and sa editor na whatever they put together is cohesive enough na may emotional connection yung audience. And to an extent po, yun naman po talaga yung nangyari. And nakakatawa po naman talaga na grabe yung hatred for Mateo na it really is very humbling, and it warms my heart to see na even if hindi pa napakita lahat ng scenes na ginawa namin, there was already such a strong impact.
Curious lang ako, meron natuwa sa'yo? Merong isa man lang nag-comment na natuwa sa'yo or ginastify yung character mo?
Wala pa naman po. But if there is, kailangan ako nilang magbago siguro. kung sumasangayon sila sa mga ginagawa ni Mateo, it's something na you should probably be aware of.
Ano pagkakapareho mo sa role mo bilang Mateo? Sorry, Kate.
I would have to say na morality aside, diba? Si Mateo is very driven in his career. Other than yung utang ng loob niya kay Alex, he also wants to be a reliable attorney. And even if you could argue it's not really driven by his desire to help people, like there is that drive na he wants to be the best that he can be in his field. And I'm sure na that's something that a lot of people can relate to.
Sabi mo ba sa totoong buhay, pwede ka o posible ka maging ganun ka-loyal to at least sa isang tao?
It's in Mateo's case po kasi there really is this big debt to Alex na he wouldn't be where he is and he wouldn't have achieved what he did if hindi niya nagamit yung mga lessons na tinuro din sa kanya. So, whether those lessons are morally correct, it's an entirely different matter altogether. Pero when it comes to being a lawyer, there's no denying po na very competent po talaga si Alex. And for Mateo to have like a mentor like that, it's something it would make sense na he himself as a paralegal is someone who does a very good right hand.
Anong comment ni na father mo sa success mo? Sa kanyang lang. May mga tips ba siyang binibigay sa iyo?
Advice sa'yo?
Congratulates you.
Yeah, he did. For in acting po kasi he respects na I have my own process as an actor na different from his. For starters, he's really good with comedy. And that's something na you could argue is a lot harder to do than drama. But there is something about drama na talagang mas doon pumupunta yung passion ko. So, he hasn't really given me any tips, but he acknowledges na whatever it is I do in preparation for a role, like he knows na I'm not taking it lightly, and he respects that.
Napanood niya yun lang.
Yeah, well, I hope he did. So.
May mga comments ka sa'yo? Meron siyang like,
Suggestions or
something like, galing mo anak or something?
Hindi, kasi nainis din siya sa akin. So I'm like, okay, alright, nice.
Eric, how did you land the role? Alam mo, may filmmaking background ka, diba? Paano ka napunta sa acting?
Well, when I studied filmmaking, I studied it for 2 years. In between those two, I took up acting. And that was where I realized na parang ang dami talagang kailangan gawin ng director. It's That's why I have so much respect din for sila Direk Joy, si Direk FM. Kasi grabe talaga the patience that you need to have, your ability to collaborate and bring out the best in people like that. It takes a special kind of person to be able to do that. And in studying both film and acting, mas napansin ko na when I'm going to class for directing, it feels like work. Whereas if I'm going to class for acting, it's more like play. Parang it gets me excited. Whereas in filmmaking class, parang, oh, shucks, okay, I have to worry about all this, shot list, yung mga yan. Pero with acting kasi parang, okay, I get to be a different person today. And that's always something that I find.
But you will pursue directing.
Maybe, 30, 40 years down the line, I don't think na I have the level of competence that would be required for a director who's capable of telling a good story the way we did FMR. Like that's something that you gain through experience both in life and in the industry. And I think, masyado pa akong hilaw to try my hand in something like that.
Are you close to your father? As in parang pagiging closest niyo, even yung love life niya napapag-usapan niyo?
Well, I would say na the relationship I have with my dad is more like parang tropa na kuya more than like someone na he's like quote unquote dad, parang ganun. And he likes that aspect of our relationship na even if he wasn't really around when I was growing up, he has made it a point na if there is any issue I have in life, whether it be about school or about a love life or anything really, he's someone na I can confide with. So,
Napakakilala na ba siya yung personal si Ruffa? Tita Ruffa mo?
No, we've never met, but he seems really happy, So ako naman, parang, hey, like, big boy ka na. Kung saan mo gusto, kung saan ka masaya, kasabayan.
So wala pang chance na meet mo siya ng personal? Wala.
Not that I can.
That have you talk about her?
Yeah.
Nabanggit na ba niya?
Yeah, in passing. For the most part naman po kasi like when we're together, we talk about, like, oh, what's the new movie that came out? What do I think of this new actor who's up and coming? We discuss usually very much related to craft more than personal stuff. And I think it's because like we both have that shared passion. That's something that we both bond over as a parent siya. Parehas yung interest namin. So yeah, usually it's more related to stuff like that.
So far, bota ka naman kay Ruffa for your father.
Kung saan siya masaya doon ako.
Kung sakali kasal siya, uli, okay lang sa'yo. Parang gano'n.
Sure, whatever.
Tanda na siya.
Yeah, right?
Are you open working with your father soon sa mga ganitong klaseng mga projects?
If it's a good role, I don't see why not.
Do you see yourself na directing your father in the future? Is one of your something na nilook forward mo?
Yeah, again, it's too soon to be able to tell, but like if I'm being idealistic about my path as a filmmaker, I would say that I don't see that happening until I'm ready to be a director. And even then, like I'd like to have I would have wanted to direct a few projects before I get to work with him. Kasi, he's a veteran in the industry, so, the standard has to be met.
Race, marami ring natuwa na nagsasayaw ka rin pala, lalo na sa prod mo sa ASAP. Ito ba, is this something you look forward to doing aside from acting din?
Yeah, well, nauna po sa akin yung sayaw over acting. I started dancing po, high school pa lang. I was a competitive dancer under Coach Vin of Legit Status. And yeah, I would say yung first love ko po talaga is dancing. And I guess yung passion ko for performing as an actor, it sort of translated from dancing. And yeah, that's something I can see myself doing again. Granted, I'm not in the condition that I was when I was a competitive dancer, but hopefully yung tuwa na nararamdaman ko when I'm on stage, nararamdaman pa rin ang so
How do you describe Kim as a co-actor?
it's really hard to be serious in a scene kasi sobrang ma-punchline siya. You know, it's a very serious scene. She's sobrang bilis na makaisip ng mga kalokohan. And if the best part is with Kim na, you know, even if she is like that, kapag action, you know,
Serious.
professional talaga. So I learned a lot working with Ate Kim. And,
What about JM?
JM's great.
Siya yung lagi mong kasama.
Yeah, siya yung madalas ko nakakasama eh. And with JM, he showed me na there is something that grabs an audience when you're showing them just you don't show them everything. There is a nuance and a subtlety to the performance na mas lalong mai-incline yung mga nanonood to pay more attention if you're not spoon-feeding them the information about the character.
Maraming mga bading nagpapatanong, may girlfriend ka na raw ba ngayon?
Bading talaga? Hindi pwedeng babae?
Hindi, mga babae ka na. Pinangalan ko ba kayo? Si Vince, kasi ano siya? Kasi ano?
Wala po ngayon. Sa ngayon po, focus po ako sa career. And yeah.
Kailan yung last? Kailan yung last relationship?
2021. Was my
3 years.
last one. Yeah.
Gano'ng katagal din?
It was 8 years.
Oh!
Yeah.
Uy, galatag.
8 years. Yeah, high school sweetheart.
Ay, sorry.
Yeah. And
So tapos siya magmahal.
Meron ka pala talaga karakteristic ng loyal.
malaking bagay po sa akin talaga yung loyalty. You know, it's you know, trust and communication. That's the foundation of a healthy relationship, I feel. And you can't get loyalty if those two. Kung yung dalawa na yun palang medyo questionable
So sa
na.
showbiz, wala ka pa nagiging karelasyon?
Wala.
Non-showbiz.
Ever, open ka naman doon?
Sure, yeah. At the end of it naman po, mas malaking bagay po talaga sa akin yung this is someone that I can get comfortable with. And it's someone who inspires me to be a better version of myself every day na I'm in a relationship.
Okay. Last na lang, anong follow-up project sa'yo after din lang? Kasi as we all know, tapos nyo na talaga itong i-shoot, di ba?
I am currently doing another series also under Dreamscape. And,
Sagrado ba ito?
you see, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but I'm just gonna play it safe and say na yeah, it's a Dreamscape project, and I'm really
Mamaya nandun ka na yan.
I'm really excited for this one kasi for this it's pretty different from Mateo, and I'm hoping na
Medyo hindi naman sila magagamit.
yeah, exactly.
Iba naman.
You know, yeah.
So, ano na to? Nagka-taping na? Or,
Yes. Ongoing na po yung production.
Anong feeling katrabaho si Piolo? No?
Sino pa?
Si Piolo pa siya.
He's
Sakit ko.
no comment.
Okay. Picture na namin. Joke lang to naman.